Hello, hi, my name is Victor, and today's video I'm going to talk about the lesson plan that I designed about my about my class. So first of all, the topic was irregular verbs. So I focus on the level A1 and A2 for beginners. The length of the class 45 minutes, and the topic. So I focus on irregular verbs, as you can see here. We've got different learning objectives or goals, like the students will be able to list at least 10 common irregular verbs in their base, past simple, and past participle forms. The students will be able to explain the difference between regular and irregular verbs. Students will be able to write 5 original sentences using different irregular verbs in the past tense. The students will be able to use irregular verbs in spoken, short spoken dialogue, or role play, demonstrating understanding of correct tense usage. For materials, we're gonna use irregular verb, flashcards, worksheets, television, marker, whiteboard, everything that we need into the classroom. As a warm-up activity, we recall and differentiate, differentiate regular versus irregular verbs. So the difference. Activities ask what is regular verb, what makes an irregular verb. Students brainstorm examples and classify them. Quick matching game, characters with base verbs and their irregular past forms. So activity number two, presentation for 10 minutes. So introduce a list of 10, 15 common irregular verbs with their past and past participle forms. Highlight patterns, such some change completely, some stay the same. Use a visual or a short video clip for more engagement. Practice activities, 20 minutes. Adjective, apply irregular verbs in contest. Then we have a fill in the blank exercise for 10 minutes. Now completing the gap for irregular verbs, present, past, and participle. Then we have sentence correction, transformation, change and correct, choose the correct verb form. Then we had a practice speaking, pair up a student for a short role play and interview. What did you do last weekend? Tell me about your last holiday. The student must use at least 5 irregular verbs in their responses. Option, use a bingo style checklist with verbs they need to include. Then we had a writing activity. So produce written sentences using irregular verbs. The students write 3 to 5 sentences using different irregular verbs in the past tense. And I saw a movie last night. Then I ate pizza with my friend. And well, after that, we had a review activity for 5 minutes, a quick quiz or a team game. Just called verb raise. Like give me one verb that changes completely what is the past tense of swim. That was the main activity to develop these lesson assessment. Basically matching activities. We have a lot of activities that we develop along the class. I'm gonna show I'm gonna show you some of them. The evaluation, write regular verbs and more, develop the quiz and online test with Kahoot, practice irregular verbs and the flashcards. Then below we have here like the activities that I'm gonna show you really quick. One, one of them, one by one. So this is a irregular verbs, quiz on Kahoot. Just basically the students needed to answer each question, and well, that was very good. They practiced a lot with these activities. That was like a warm up. It was just making sure how many irregular verbs do they know, how many irregular verbs could they recognize, Then I show them, a video, and well, they will they were, able
Today, you're going
to watch it and learn, some irregular verbs from a different perspective. They also loved this activity a lot. After that, we had a Educa play. This one was a crossword. I'm sorry, it was a puzzle. They really enjoy developing this activity because it makes them like think about the verbs that they have been learning, and it was very engaging. They had to like choose spaces, and until they find a word. They need to complete all of this. I mean, they need to find all of these verbs that we have here next puzzle table. That was very engaging and attractive for them, and as well as rewarding. Then we have a chess grammar. Was more like an online exercise that they really enjoyed a lot. We showed you really quick. So explanation. We had the explanation, and basically they needed to complete some exercise. They learn some of these verbs effectively. Then they need to complete all the exercise one by one, and then click answers. It gives, the website provides feedback automatically at the end of the each exercise. And finally, this is I think it's a look at activity. So the students play. They were integrated with this activity, and they needed to choose the correct option while they were playing on their phones. That was quite engaging and attractive for them. Qualification criteria. So understand irregular verbs and their use. Basically, we had a significant impact on their English level and the English use, learning process. They showed their language level was improved um, a little, over this section, and as well as the components for the cultural content that these exercise showed was implementation of the language along the class and how they were able to use it. And well, basically that'll be all. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time.